Something just clicked for me about the Cowboys, and I need you to hear me out. What if the smartest thing Dallas can do with 2 first-round picks is admit those picks are not more valuable than a sure thing? Because that's what Myles Garrett is, a sure thing. And if you're Jerry Jones, if you're Brian Schottenheimer, if you're looking at this roster and thinking we've already got Dak, we've already got CD, we've got Pickens back on the tag, we've got Javonte Williams, we already started reshaping the defense with Rashawn Gary and secondary help, then maybe the last thing you do is stop pretending upside beats greatness. Yeah, that's why this debate is so fascinating right now. Garrett's contract adjustment didn't guarantee anything, but it definitely kept the trade discussion alive. That matters. It matters because Cleveland gave itself more flexibility, and Garrett still has to approve any move because of the no-trade clause. So if there is ever a moment where he looks around and says, "I want out, I want to go win, I want to go chase a ring," Dallas has to be one of the first teams making that phone call. Has to be, because how many teams can honestly look at the Browns and say, "Here, take 2 first-round picks inside the top 20, let's do business"? Not many. Dallas can. And when you start picturing that fit, it gets dangerous in a hurry. Myles Garrett on a defense that is already trying to reinvent itself? Myles Garrett with Christian Parker dialing things up? Myles Garrett giving Rashawn Gary less attention? Myles Garrett turning obvious passing downs into pure panic for the other team? That's not just exciting. That's the kind of move that changes expectations overnight. And I know, people get nervous anytime you talk about giving up premium draft picks, but this is where context matters. The Cowboys aren't empty. They're not desperate because they have no talent. They are trying to maximize a core that is already in place. And when that's the situation, proven greatness can be worth more than potential. Garrett just came off a historic season with 23 sacks and another Defensive Player of the Year award. That's not hype. That's not projection. That's production at the highest level. So, if Dallas ever got the chance to make that swing, I don't want to hear that it's too bold or too expensive. Bold is the point. Expensive is the point. Championship windows are supposed to cost something. And the crazy part? This would actually fit the emotion of this offseason. The Cowboys have already told us with their moves that they know the defense needed real surgery, not a Band-Aid. They've already shown urgency. They've already shown willingness to use resources. So, if the Browns truly leave the door cracked open and Garrett is open to a contender, then yes, Dallas should think big. Very big. Because if this happens, all of a sudden the Cowboys are no longer a team people laugh at for off-season noise. They become the team everybody circles on the schedule and says, "Uh-oh, these dudes are serious now." That's why I'm actually favorable to the idea. Not because it's flashy, but because it lines up with where Dallas is trying to go. This team looks like it wants to win now, and Myles Garrett is the definition of a win-now player. So tell me straight, Cowboys Nation, would you pull the trigger on both first-round picks for Garrett if the opportunity was real? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in because this Dallas offseason still feels like it has one more huge chapter left to write.